Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
Thank you, Greg. Team coverage this evening of the ongoing search for a murder suspect in Soddy Daisy. Also, a Ringgold Middle student is charged for sending out threatening messages on social media. And a survivor speaks out on the McMinn County shooting that left 4 people dead.
This is breaking news from Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you for watching. Cindy Sexton will be here tomorrow at 4. There's an all-out manhunt underway in Soddy Daisy. Police there are looking for a murder suspect in connection with a fatal shooting last night on Shady Vale Lane in Chattanooga. 29-year-old Frederick Moore was shot and killed. The suspect, James Michael Ferris, was last seen in a wooded area near Soddy Daisy schools. We have team coverage as police continue their search for Ferris, and they're focusing on the 1000 block of Sequoia Access Road. Soddy Daisy schools were on lockdown this afternoon, but students have been released with police standing by. Officials are telling residents, don't leave your home. Our Meredith Aldis and Joy Dukes are live at the scene, and Meredith begins our team coverage at the command center on Sequoia Access Road. Meredith.
David, several different agencies are assisting in this search for that homicide suspect. As you can see behind me, we've got the communications center set up. There's also a helicopter that's been circling that neighborhood and wooded area back there. Authorities are looking for 27-year-old James Michael Ferris. He's wanted in connection to the East Brainerd murder that happened last night. Now, here's how authorities say they got to this point in the search. The Chattanooga Police Department say they were conducting surveillance on a residents here in Soddy Daisy because they believed Ferris was here. And now here's what authorities say happened next.
They observed him exiting the residence, getting into a vehicle to leave. As that was taking place, that individual appeared to recognize law enforcement and immediately fled the vehicle and fled into the wooded area here in Soddy Daisy on foot.
He's believed to be in a heavily wooded area near the 1000 block of Sequoia Access Road. Authorities have set up a perimeter in that area, and they're also here at the command center at the Soddy Daisy Healthcare Center. Ferris currently has warrants for criminal homicide, felony reckless endangerment, unlawful possession of a firearm, and possession of firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. This isn't Ferris's first run-in with the law. He also has been charged with many crimes, including assault on police. Now, Ferris is believed to be armed and dangerous, so if you see him, go to a safe place and call 911. We're also told, though, if you live in that 1000 block area of that Sequoia Access Road, go inside, lock all your doors, lock the doors to your cars, to your sheds, anything that he may have access to. Now, we're going to keep you updated with this developing story. We'll be here tonight. But for now, reporting in Soddy Daisy, Meredith Aldis, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Meredith. Joy Dukes continues our team coverage from Soddy Daisy Middle School with reactions from parents after schools were kept on lockout for some time this afternoon. Joy?
Yeah, David, I spoke with the grandparent of a Soddy Daisy Middle School student. Sherry Gravett tells me that she came to pick her grandson up today after reports that they had been in a lockdown as authorities in this area searched for 27-year-old James Ferris, who was believed to be in the area at the time, armed and dangerous. Now, Gravett said the day was pretty nerve-wracking for her because there were also reports that Ferris was spotted on West Ridge Trail Road, the street that she lives on. And for that reason, she says she was not taking any chances.
Said the school's on lockdown. I was pretty glad about that they were here. Well, I knew he was actually safe and, taken care of. He usually rides the bus home. That's why I come to pick him up, because I didn't want him getting off the bus and having to walk home with all this happening.
Gravett said that she was glad to know that the schools went into lockdown and that her grandson was safe, but that with Ferris still on the loose, she is concerned about going home. And as we've said throughout our coverage this evening, authorities are telling people in this area to stay indoors and to lock up, to not create any opportunities for him to sneak up on you, to surprise you, or to potentially put you or your family at risk. We're live from Soddy Daisy Middle School tonight. Joy Dukes, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Joy, thank you. Let's take another look at the suspect. Again, police say he's armed and dangerous. If you see this man, do not approach him. Call 911 instead. A shooting at a Memphis elementary school left a teenage boy critically wounded. Police say the student who attends the school is now in custody. They say the student fled the scene and later surrendered at the police station. The victim, age 13, was hospitalized and being treated. The school was placed on lockdown as students were taken to a nearby church, being reunited with their parents. In Catoosa County, sheriff's officers have charged an 8th grader from Ringgold Middle School with making terroristic threats on social media. And many of the area schools had a heavy security presence today because of those messages and threats. Our Travis Cummings is here with the latest on that story. Travis?
Hey David, many parents were on alert today because of those social media posts. Some of them kept their kids home today or brought them in later. Catoosa County Sheriff Gary Sis says the threats weren't credible. He says the students' threats appear to have been inspired by online threats made in another social media post earlier in the evening. The sheriff added there is, quote, zero tolerance for any threat to harm others and or causing an interruption in the school day. Chloe Morrison says her family received a text from the district last night. She didn't see the message until after her middle schooler was dropped off this morning, though. They picked him back up shortly after to make sure he was safe.
We can get back to school and, that's a safe place to take them. That's how you feel, like, okay, we're going to work, the kids are at school, everyone's safe. And then something like this just reminds you that it's not always true.
A spokesperson for Catoosa County Schools says the student who made the post has been suspended. The school will have an increased security presence tomorrow as well. Live in the studio, Travis Cummings, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you very much, Travis. The U.S. Senate has passed a bill to avert a government shutdown that could have taken effect at the end of the day. That bill now goes to the House, which is expected to pass it as well. Tennessee Representative Scott Desjardins says the next bill to watch is the $1 trillion infrastructure bill.
But if we're going to heal as a nation, we've got to come together on things we agree on. And we all agree that infrastructure is important. We just need to negotiate a price tag.
Now, the bill that was passed today funds the government through December 3rd, and then we'll go through all this again. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 6.
Every time I close my eyes, blink my eyes, I'm seeing it play over and over again.
This man survived a mass shooting in McMinn County, and he talks about a terrifying experience. A survivor from last weekend's McMinn County murders is talking about how the tragic events unfolded. Stephen Lemke managed to escape, but his fiancée and 3 others were killed. Mary Frances Hoots has more.
Stephen Lemke says the shooting was sudden and very chaotic. He says at some point he was hit with a bullet, and he and another woman had to play dead in order to escape alive. A day of survival and loss.
I'm going through a nightmare every day. Every time I close my eyes, blink my eyes, I'm seeing it play over and over again. And I mean, it's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
A nightmare that Stephen Lemke doesn't think he'll ever escape. He says he was over at a friend's place watching his 10-month-old baby when a couple came in and fired shots. Jasmine Hall and Curtis Smith have been charged with first-degree murder in the incident.
She handed Curtis the pistol that she had, and when they was walking out, Jasmine turned around and said, "What are you doing? Don't leave no survivors."
2 survived. Lemke says a bullet grazed his head.
Hit the floor and like right there beside T on the ground, and I just played dead. I believe when my head was pouring blood, that's like why Curtis thought he has killed me.
His fiancée was killed in the incident. He says he fled the scene in fear of his life and called 911. And truly believes his fiancée was already watching over him and protecting him when she passed into the next life.
As I'm hitting the floor and as I'm knowing Curtis is coming back in for the second time, I mean, I believe soon as she became an angel, she was my guardian angel.
Investigators say there was a dispute between the parents over the 10-month-old that led to the deadly shooting. The baby is in DCS care. Both suspects are in custody at the McMinn County Jail and are due in court on October 7th. In McMinn County, Mary Frances Hoots, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
With flu season approaching, many of you are asking if you can get both the flu shot and the COVID vaccine. We'll have the answer next. And once again, a reminder, in the Soddy Daisy area, police are searching for this man, James Michael Ferris. Take a good look. They say he's armed and dangerous. If you see him, don't try to be a hero. Call 911.
Trust the Channel 3 Storm Alert team. Accurate weather forecasts with reliable information so you can be prepared. That's weather coverage you can count on.
Coverage you can count on. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Flu season is arriving as many people become eligible for a COVID-19 booster shot. And Channel 3's Caroline Corrigan is taking your questions to the doctor.
It's a popular question right now. Can you get your COVID-19 booster shot and flu shot at the same time? Well, a CHI Memorial doctor says it's nothing short of a personal preference. Data from the Hamilton County Health Department shows a slight drop in COVID-19 cases as the county inches closer toward 50% of residents becoming fully vaccinated. For Dr. Carlos Baliero with CHI Memorial, that is encouraging news.
I think it's progress. We had been stuck at the 40% mark for a long time. So every time we see that line, kind of that needle moving a little further, that's certainly better.
But he wants to be clear.
We're nowhere near back to normal.
Now he says it's time to prepare for flu season.
A lot of people question or ask, oh, what does it mean if I have the flu? Can I get COVID? If I get COVID, can I get flu? And the bottom line is there are two different viruses. You can get one and the other.
Whether it's your first COVID vaccine or a booster, the CDC says it's safe to get them at the same time as your flu shot. Recently, CDC officials said COVID booster shots don't appear to produce side effects more severe than the second dose. Less than 1/3 of people who have received a third shot have reported any side effects. Of those who did, the most common complaints were headaches and sore arms. Those minor side effects are the reason Dr. Baliero says he plans to get his separately.
People do get some side effects from the vaccine, actually from either vaccine. And if you have both at the same time, you may be compounding a little bit of the side effects. So my plan for my booster and for my flu shot is to sort of take them about a week apart.
Regardless, he says it's important to get both. As of right now, federal officials have only authorized Pfizer's booster shot. The agencies are still waiting on more data about boosters for people who got the Moderna or Johnson & Johnson vaccines. In the studio, Caroline Corrigan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Caroline. The CDC suggests that you get the flu shot by the end of October. And if you're interested in scheduling your flu or booster shots, we have the information on locations inside our app. Tennessee and Georgia health centers will be getting some help from the government. 58 health centers are getting some $39 million in federal grants, primarily in underserved communities. Erlanger is getting more than $600,000. The Hamilton County Health Department about $88,000. More hospital beds are becoming available in our area. There are 11 ICU beds available, and I know that doesn't sound like many, but it's 4 more than we had last week. This is the 4th consecutive week the number of available beds has increased. COVID-19 cases are down 15%. Deaths are down 31% from last week. So we're headed in the right direction, and to get your COVID-19 vaccine or booster, the Catoosa County Senior Center will be administering the Pfizer shot until 7 this evening. So you can head out there today or every Thursday, 5 until 7 p.m. with no appointment necessary. Now we swivel over to the Storm Alert Center where
we have chairs that will do that.
We do, thank goodness, modern chairs. And we're headed into October tomorrow. Yes. Folks have plans this weekend. Full speed ahead?
And if they don't, yeah, full speed ahead. I think the weekend's overall going to be good. Even Sunday, when we've been talking about getting some rain on Sunday, still 90% of the day you're going to be fine. The rain is going to hold off until the evening hours. This evening, zero problems at all. You're looking good, mostly cloudy. The big deal going on, welcoming in the month of October, is going to be the Three Sisters Bluegrass Festival, and that's going to be fantastic as well, whatever you're doing. Friday, it's going on from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., 83 degrees, dropping down to 71 degrees. So Friday night football, Three Sisters, it's all going to be fine for whatever you have planned. Saturday, the same. We'll have a high of 86. The festival goes from noon to 10 p.m. with a high right around 4 o'clock at 86 degrees. And again, partly cloudy. On Saturday, if we get any rain at all, it'll be a couple of showers up at the Blue Ridge Mountains, but nothing in Chattanooga. Just a quick look at the tropics. Hurricane Sam is going to come close enough to Bermuda to provide some really heavy surf, but fortunately, the major hurricane is going to stay offshore. It is going to stay over water the rest of its life. life, as will Tropical Storm Victor. It's going to increase in intensity a little bit, should stay as a tropical storm though, and it also stays out over water. Low 80s right now, 79 Fort Payne, 80 degrees in Murphy. Some great numbers coming in from our sky watchers. In Chattanooga at the airport, it got up to 83 degrees. 80 is the average high this time of the year, and fortunately we are way below the record high of 97. We got up to 85 in Riceville, says Yvette. In Delano, 88. That is our high number for today. 80 in Athens and 83 degrees in Dayton. We hit 83 in East Ridge and 77 degrees at Lookout Mountain. 80 in Ellijay, 84 in Dalton. Well, our clouds and radar showing some clouds moving in, mostly cloudy skies tonight, but will stay rain-free. The showers staying to the west. You can also see the stationary front producing some pretty good thunderstorms from Texas stretching up into Oklahoma. Meanwhile, Futurecast keeps us dry, keeps all of the rain and the nasty weather to our west as this high pressure builds up to the northeast. We'll continue to see temperatures in the low to mid 80s across the Tennessee Valley. Friday into Saturday. Saturday again partly cloudy, and then on Sunday that's when we'll have a chance of seeing some of that rain moving in. This is Sunday after 5 o'clock. So again, the bulk of your day on Sunday is going to be fine. It's just going to be Sunday night into the day on Monday. We'll have some of that rain moving in, and I do think we'll see rain showers Monday morning, on and off through the day on Monday. So Monday could be quite the rainy day. That front will drift eastward just a little bit on Tuesday, but still produce some scattered showers across the area. Further east you go, the better your rain chances are on Tuesday. So we'll go from a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday down to a 40% chance on Tuesday, and then a 50% chance as we see scattered showers and storms both Wednesday and Thursday. So a quick look at our Storm Alert 7-day forecast showing 80s, mid 80s through Saturday, 81 Sunday with those rain showers developing after 5 p.m. Scattered showers and thunderstorms all day Monday, 75 the high. We'll stay in the mid 70s Tuesday, Wednesday with the rain chance leveling off at 50%. Temperatures cooler, humidity a bit lower, but we still have rain to deal with through at least Thursday of next week, DC.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much, David Carnes, for that forecast. And coming up next on Eyewitness News at 6, the Braves' magic number is down to 1, and Ben Bobick was at the game last night.
You nervous?
Got my medication right here. I'm ready for anything tonight.
Is tonight the night Atlanta pops some corks and celebrates a 4th straight divisional crown? We preview the Braves and Phils. And there's this football game being played tomorrow. Apparently it's a big deal, they tell us. Baylor against McCallie. Yeah, we see the signs, we see the music videos, and now we hear from the champs, don't touch that dial. We'll see you with sports after the break.
I'm Latrice Curry. Here's why I got my COVID vaccine. I needed to, but also I wanted to be able to hug my dad, keep my family safe, save lives. If you want those things too, now's the time to get your shot.
24 hours from now, an environment around Spears Stadium on the campus of the McCallie School will be buzzing. We know you've seen the signs around town this week. It's no surprise what game is on tap. It's Big Red and Big Blue. And a valid question here is, how do you stay focused during this week? The two-time defending state champion Blue Tornado knows better than any football team in our area on what it takes to bring home a gold ball. But with Baylor looking to have some more juice this year, the pressure of a three-peat looming a 5-game win streak over the Red Raiders, it provides a challenge to block out. So, how do you do it? Well, it's Thursday, and the champs have the floor today.
You just try to help them, put it all in perspective, and you got to have some great senior leaders that can kind of tell them what the game's going to be like.
The team's ready. We had a bye week last week, so we kind of had 2 weeks to prepare for that game, and the intensity's been great in the weight room, at practice, of film. Everyone's locked in. We're ready to go.
All the stuff going around this, like in the city and everything, like the football players, we're the soldiers and they're the civilians. We're all together, and like McCallie, we're all together, but the soldiers, they take care of business, and we're only here for war for Friday, so we're getting ready for that.
I love that warrior analogy and mentality there from Kenzie. It's Baylor McCallie Eve. You guys know the drill by now. Yours truly will be at Spears Stadium live starting tomorrow at 4, 5, 5:30, 6, 11. They have to kick me out. That's how much we love high school football. Can't wait. The Atlanta Braves showed why they're so dangerous last night in a 7-2 win over Philly as Max Fried tossed another gem, and the depth of this lineup continuing to blossom. It's either the new guys, the young guys, the homegrown talent, whoever is stepping up has led to this moment, because the Brooms and the Bubbly are in the ballpark tonight. The Braves are hoping Ian Anderson can continue the trend set by Charlie Morton and Max Fried in this series. Morton and Fried have combined to toss 14 innings, giving up only 1 earned run and produced back-to-back wins. You only need 1 finger, or toe if that's your thing, to represent the Braves' magic number now. Getting those first 2 wins of the series, helping big time now on the back half.
I think the first game of a series like this, the last few years, when, you know, whether it's been Phillies, the Nationals, whatever, I think winning the first game is huge. In our situation right now, winning this game is even more huge, to just trim the number and you know, still got to go out and fight and then whatever to win another game. But, you know, it's big. It's big to win these first 2 games.
Well, you know what? A win tonight would be even bigger. In fact, the biggest, because it would lock up a 4th straight NL East title. First pitch set for 7:20 at Truist Park. We got you the highlights tonight at 11. And a shout out, hey, this is a win for Baylor early here. Baylor school grad Blakesley Brock won the U.S. Mid-Am, women's Mid-Am today. 5-4 match play. That's a national title right there. She's been playing great. She played for the Lady Vols up in Knoxville. That's a big win there for Big Red and for Chattanooga as well. Blakesley Brock, your U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur champion. Awesome to see. Local gals doing it big.
That is great. While we have a few quick seconds here, what was your overall impression of being at the Hank last night, watching that game in person?
Yeah, it's my first time there in a few years. It was fantastic. It was awesome. You could start to feel that playoff atmosphere creeping in. They get one more win, then we'll guarantee that playoff atmosphere happening next week. But it's awesome. I mean, that team just finds ways to do it. The depth of that lineup, different than years past with those acquisitions they had there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. Here's David Carnes.
Was it as electric as when I went to Truist Park to see Journey and Def Leppard? Was it that electric?
I don't, nothing could top Journey. Come on now.
Storm alert 7-day forecast just quickly. Warm and dry through Saturday. Rain developing, cooling down next week.
Memories of Journey. Hey, Braves fans, don't stop believing. NBC News is next here on Channel 3. We want to thank you very much for watching. We will keep you updated on that manhunt in Saudi Daisy throughout the evening on our website and inside our app.